Crawford to bat. He'll be receiving the first pitch of the game. He delivers. Looked like the circle change, and it just misses. 1-0.
You know what? If I had to choose, I'll take the veterans just because they've been through the war and they have stuff to fall back on when they struggle, Gary, and he's clearly done that.
Now the 1-0 pitch. Runs that one too far inside, goes to 2-0. And certainly this kind of a veteran pitcher is the go-to guy when you need that win after a couple of losses.
Well, that's a great point. You know, that stopper, that guy in the rotation that, you know, keeps you out of the losing streaks.
Ball 3, and you know, with 3 balls on him here, Crawford can be very selective.
Don't be surprised if they turn him loose on this 3-0 count.
And now Crawford has that hitter's count, 3-1.
Same thing here, selective 3-0. Now you can still be selective on 3-1. Make him throw it where you want it.
Called strike that time, and a full 3-2 count.
Well, purpose pitch right there. He gets the strike on it, goes up and in, and it opens up the entire strike zone now.
Payoff pitch coming. This one popped towards the outfield. That'll be in shallow center. And Peralta's able to get to that one. That's one away. Here's a look at the defensive alignment for the Tribe. What do you like out there, Steve?
Gary, you talk about defense. You need to have good hands and good feet, and that's what Asdrubal Cabrera has. He can make all the play.
And it's B.J. Upton now. Base is empty, 1 out. On the way. Swung on, and it's hit. This one towards Sizemore. And that one's down. That's the first hit we've seen.
Well, now that he's on base, I think they're going to have to be a little bit careful because he does have the ability to swipe second.
And it's Pat Burrell at the plate.
Well, a big run producer in this lineup, one of the great power hitters of the game, and a guy they count on in any situation to look for a pitch to hit it out of the park.
A swing line to left center. And that's a base hit. Burrell on now. Upton towards third. Not in time. He is in there at third. Evan Longoria at the plate. Two men on, 1 out. Just missed with the fastball, 1-0.
Trying to get the ground ball out. You throw that two-seam fastball away from the hitter, trying to get him to reach and roll over it. He laid off of it here.
Ready with a 1-0. Holds up, but it's a called strike. Evens the count at 1. There's a swing and a drive deep to left field. Here comes the runner for the plate. And Upton comes in.
Quality, solid at bat right there. This is what you want to do. With a runner on, find a way to get him in, even if you hit into an out.
And Carlos Pena to bat. Getting out in front any time of the ball game, you want to do that. Now you try and build on it.
Well, they staked out an early lead in this one, just where they want to be.
Well, you know, when you hit like this in the first inning, you start to anticipate maybe a healthy bit of run support coming in this game. Kicks and throws. That swung on and flied to right. And it falls in there. That's going to be a single. He's not going to take the chance. He'll stay at first base. Navarro at the plate. Two down. Runners at first and second. The pitch. It's strike one. Can't make contact on the fastball. He swings, hits a ball to right field. And that's out number 3. They come out strong, putting a run on the board early. Tampa leads it 1-0. We've got the top of the order coming up. And David Price is the pitcher. He's starting for Tampa Bay. Steve will be watching how he approaches this Cleveland lineup.
Well, if he can execute his pitches against this good lineup, he has the kind of stuff that can get the job done, but he's going to have to be on top of his game because they punish pitchers that make mistakes.
And he starts Sizemore out. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
He's just popping that glove with that four-seam fastball, pounding the strike zone.
Price with strike 2.
Well, they say swing hard in case you hit it, and that's what he did right there. That's a huge swing. Didn't get it, though.
A shot up the middle, and Bartlett picks it up to Pena. 1 away. Presented by State Farm. Take a look at the lineup that Eric Wedge has up. Steve, how about any bats that stand out?
Well, Johnny Peralta's had shown great power for his position at his major league career. He's a guy that can drive it out of the ballpark. Also decent at handling a hit and run.
And Cabrera settles in. Nobody on base, 1 away. There's a swing and a drive, deep right field. And Gross, as he retreats back for it and gets the out. Now's a good time to take a quick look at how the Rays will be taking the field on defense. Infield, outfield factors in this one, Steve.
Now, Carl Crawford's one of the better athletes at the major league level. Great instincts and reactions out there. Doesn't have a great arm, but gets to the ball quickly and gets rid of it quickly.
Francisco at the plate. That's foul, back behind the plate. This one's grounded hard up the middle. Throws to first, side is retired. It's the kind of inning the defense likes. 3 up, 3 down. Rays still leading. Latter third of the lineup coming up. And Gross is batting. Batting .276. He'll start us out here in the second. Swung on line to right center field. And that gets down. Gross with a single.
It's all about getting base runners, and it's even better when you don't have any outs, and could be the start of a big inning.
And we're going to see Zobrist here. No one out and a runner on first. Fastball is downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes.
Gotta like the location here. Pound the bottom of the strike zone. Just misses, but he's in the right spot.
Here's the 1-0. Drops down a bunt. Pavano over to first for out number 1.
You have to be willing to do things for the team. That's what he does right there, getting a quality sac bunt down, getting a runner in scoring position, and getting praise from his teammates.
And we've got Bartlett batting. 1 out, a runner on at second base. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. Out number 2. And Crawford's in the box.
This guy brings a great set of wheels to the plate. He can stretch that would-be single into a double or double into a triple.
First pitch There's a smash towards the hole, and that's going to do it. Cabrera's there. Only 5 pitches to get out of that inning. That'll rest your arm. And now on to the bottom half of the second. And if you're just joining in, hi everybody, this is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips, Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. And it's Victor Martinez at the plate. Batting .312. He'll start the home half of the second. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. Swings and hits this one softly to shallow left. 1 away.
It looked like he was on it, but he just didn't quite center it. Just ends up being a soft liner to the shortstop.
And Johnny Peralta in. Second highest average on the ball club. Base is empty with 1 away. Checked his swing, but it's in there. 0-1. A smash between short and third. Retiring Peralta. And in the batter's box, Shopik. Two outs, base is empty. A high pop-up. That one's grabbed. Side retired. Nothing doing here in this half inning. Rays still leading. 2-hole to get things started next. We take a look at the manager, Joe Madden. Last inning, that pitching gave up nothing. That's what he wants to see. Now looking for the offense to try and expand the lead. And here's B.J. Upton. He's the top 10 in stolen bases for the league. Here's the pitch to Upton. And he checks his swing there, but it's in there for a strike. 0-1. And he delivers. This one's grounded near third. Foul. He deals. Swung on, and it's hit. This one towards Sizemore. The catch is made. And it's Pat Burrell now. He had a single in his last time up. Nobody on base, 1 away. Here's Burrell, first look. That swung on and flied to right. Out number 2. And in the batter's box, it's Longoria, last year's Rookie of the Year. Base is empty with 2 outs. Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And it's through. That's a base hit for Longoria. He's going to try to stretch it. He throws. Safe at second. Not able to make that play. And it's Carlos Pena now. He leads the American League in walks. 2 outs and a runner on second. He delivers. Fastball is high. 1-0.
It's all about patience and discipline, the name of the game. He's not afraid to wait it out. He understands the first strike may not be the best strike he sees.
At the belt, the 1-0. He watches that fastball. It'll even up the count at 1-1.
Velocity and location are absolutely critical. That pitch was exactly where he wanted to throw it.
Here's a fly ball to straightaway left. That'll do it as they put that one away. And so out of the inning, only 8 pitches thrown. That's pretty efficient. Home half of the 3rd inning coming up. It'll be the bottom 3rd of the order coming to the plate. It's going to be Garco now. Batting .258. He'll get us going here in the home half of the 3rd. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. Line drive. And the play made by Pena. Chu into the batter's box. 1 out, nobody on. That swung on and grounded up the middle. Zobrist. Now it's 2 down.
Nice easy ground ball to shortstop, able to get over, make the play. Good strong throw across the infield to get the runner at first.
And DeRosa settles in. 2 outs, bases empty. A swing line to left center. And that'll be Cleveland's first hit of the ballgame. So that'll bring up Grady Sizemore. Oh for 1 thus far. Runner on first, 2 away. And he starts Sizemore out. That's foul. The pitch. Strike 2. Sizemore is going to be much more careful with that cut here.
He wanted to go down and away with that slider, but he left it up and away. Had just enough movement on it to get the strike.
Ground ball to short. Picked up by Longoria. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. No runs and a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. Now we move on to the top of the 4th. And if you're just coming on board, this is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips. We've got Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Navarro at the plate, playing his 6th year at the majors. And the first pitch. Fastball just misses. 1-0.
Well, that 2-seam fastball has to be thrown down in the zone. You throw it up, it flattens out, and you can get hurt.
Here it comes. Hit sharply down the line. And DeRosa with a catch.
Boy, it's different when you're playing third base. It's one thing if the ball comes at you fast and you're a hitter because you expect it. It's hard to read it off the bat. You have to have great reactions. That's a great play.
And Gross is batting. He's 1 for 1 so far. Base is empty, 1 out. And Shopik spotting the pitch. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And he gets it down. He's 2 for 2 now.
But Gary, he did his job right there. He got on base. Any way you can do it, you got to get on. Now let's see what he does. See if they put him in motion.
And we're going to see Zobrist here. Sacrificed his last time around. 1 out, man on first. Here's the pitch. Off the plate with a fastball, and it's 1-0.
Well, this guy has an explosive fastball today. I think the hitter is going to be looking to get a read on it. If they can catch up to it, he can deliver some of the power.
And Gross, here we go. And he is out trying to take second. There's a catcher who's got to really work at getting that out.
Well, a changeup on that pitch. It takes a little longer to get there, so you have to speed up your release from behind the plate and make the accurate throw. Everything came together.
Great balance behind the plate. The 1-1 hit in the air to left center. And that's the third out. That'll do it. No runs, one hit, and no one left on base. And we'll move now to the bottom half of the fourth inning. And Cabrera settles in. He'll lead off the fourth for the home team. Here's the first pitch. First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
Well, Gary, they really can't seem to mount any offense at all. I mean, one hit through 4 innings, and you really have to look at your approach at the plate.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Price. A smash to first, and Cabrera's got himself a hit. Looked at a second like he might go, but I guess he's happy with first.
Well, picks up a base hit right there, and now off the pretty good inning. Nobody out, runners on base.
Francisco at the plate. He bounced out his last time. Runner on first base, nobody out. Now the first pitch. Paints the lower outside corner. Call strike one.
Well, if you've done your homework, you know how you're going to attack this guy. You got to go with the slider here.
Price with strike two.
Well, this starts out a strike, and it ends up a strike. You got to swing the bat.
And it holds at 0-2. Swung on, line to right field. That should be a base hit. The opportunity for offense is right now. Pitchers count, hitters pitch.
That's an 0-2 count, a little too aggressive on the pitcher's part coming into the strike zone. Good piece of hitting.
And Victor Martinez. This is his 8th season. Runners at first and second, nobody out. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. Fastball too low, 1-0. A 1-0 pitch. He swings, hits a ball to right field. One down.
Well, that's a big first out of this inning. Now let's see if he can come back and get out of this thing unscathed.
And Johnny Peralta up. Grounded out his last time through. Runners on first and second with one out. Here's the pitch to Peralta. Lays off a called strike of the knees, 0-1. And it's 0-2. Johnny Peralta, he'll be swinging anything close. Here's a swing and a line drive. And it's through. Credit Peralta, base hit. Cabrera's going to try and score here. And Cabrera will score. Openings for this lineup offensively, don't give it to them now because they are hot.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate, and he took advantage of it.
And in the batter's box, Shopik. Always good when you can get a ball game tied up again, so you're not having to look up the offense doing the job.
Gary, that was a big at-bat right there. Coming up and bringing them back even here early on. Nice job.
That's all it took, and that brings us to that proverbial brand-new ball game. Price with strike two.
Well, that was a great at-bat, not only because it drove in the tying run, but it shifted the momentum, and now the offense is back on track.
At the belt, Price kicks and throws. Fastball got him, 2 down. That was not a good swing. He got him out in front, I think, Steve.
Well, he has. You're right. He tied him up there, coming up and in on him, trying to get it in on the fist. It's a tough pitch. You have to try to speed your bat up to catch up with that one.
It's going to be Garco now. Great season, top 10 in RBIs. 2 men on and 2 men out. And the first pitch. Fastball in there, 0-1.
Well, he's getting the job done this year, no question about it. Such production, so consistent.
Swing, hit. This one's to Upton. And that's going to do it in this half inning. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple left on. Ball game tied here in Cleveland. For those of you catching up with our ball game, hi everybody, this is Gary Thorne. I'm along with Steve Phillips. Major League Baseball right here, 2K Sports. And we've got Bartlett batting. He'll get things started, 5th inning. The pitch drops down a bunt. That's a foul. Kicks and throws. Now Pavano, 2 pitches to work with, 0-2.
At 0-2, you're in complete control right now, so I'm throwing him something out of the strike zone to see if I can get him to chase.
Oh, tough one to lay off right there, that fastball, 1-2.
That's a power pitch right there, that 4-seam fastball at the knees, just below the zone, though.
1-2 pitch coming. Line towards second, fielded by Cabrera. So Bartlett is retired.
Well, he tops that one to second on an easy routine ground ball and taken care of.
And it's Kyle Crawford at the plate. Lined out last time up. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Crawford's first look. Takes a swing at that fastball, can't connect, 0-1.
It looked to me like he's sitting on that 2-seamer. He just swung right over the top of it. Good late movement.
That one's lined softly towards the gap left center. And that's going to be a base hit for Crawford.
A pretty good swing right there. Now that he's on base, let's see if that doesn't energize this offense a little bit.
And it's B.J. Upton now. One of the best base stealers in the AL. 1 down, runner at first. Quick check at first. One out, runner on at first. Here's the pitch to Upton. The fastball is in there. It's 0-1.
I tell you, this makes the game exciting for me. The strategy that comes into play with a guy like this on the bases means one of the best base stealers around.
Oh, Crawford, here we go. And his throw, he is out. Great throw. He got him. Good pitch to throw on, Steve.
Well, he had the fastball, and it was set up in the right spot. He had a quick release to gun down the runner.
The pitch. And B.J. Upton watching it go by for strike 3. So no runs on one hit and nobody left on. At the top of the fifth over, let's move on to the home half of the inning. Another chance for the leadoff hitter coming up in the inning. Chu into the batter's box. He'll lead off for the home team here in the home half of the fifth. First pitch on the way. Swings at that fastball and misses. 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Price. That swung on and flied to right. And that's number one.
Well, this is why you swing the outfielders around to right field. That's where his strength is. That's where he hits it. That's where he did hit it. It's an out.
And DeRosa settles in.
Now this guy's just looking to get a bat on the ball. It's exactly the matchup the manager was hoping for in this situation.
And the first pitch. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike. Steve, you get a matchup like this, you hardly have any place to throw the ball. He's going to hit it anywhere in the strike zone.
Well, he's such an aggressive hitter, and he has a pitcher on the mound like this. He just feels like he's going to get the hit.
Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1.
That's a good pitch, throwing it out over the plate, trying to get the hitter to reach. Just couldn't get him to expand the plate.
At the belt, Price kicks and throws. And here's a called strike at the letters, and it's 1-2.
Well, the pitcher going for that hole, and most hitters swing up and in. He found that strike zone with a four-seam fastball, and he couldn't get to it.
The 1-2 pitch. Started to go around. It's a called strike three, 2 down.
He just overpowers him with a fastball up and away right there. He didn't even think about swinging.
Grady Sizemore at the plate. He's the best base stealer right now in the division. 2 outs and nobody on. Spotted by Navarro. Just missed with the fastball. 1-0.
The guy that gets them going offensively, he can move on the bases and seems to find a way to get in scoring position.
The 1-0 now. And he takes a strike on that fastball. 1-1.
The hitter thought that ball was inside. It certainly wasn't low, and it looks like it was in there.
One 1-1 pitch, slider, taken for a strike, 1-2.
Well, Gary's a pitcher ahead in the count right now, 1-2. You can afford to waste a pitch or two to see if you can't get him to hit one of your pitches.
And Grady Sizemore strikes out, couldn't make contact. No hits, nobody left on, and a good defensive half inning. 5 innings down as we go to the 6th. And Pat Burrell to bat. He's going to get us started here in the 6th. Here's Burrell, first look. Swing and a rocket toward short. Oh, Peralta lays out, back up, and the throw's in time at first. Mercy, what a play. Evan Longoria at the plate. Home runs, leads the American League. 1 out, bases empty. First pitch, here it comes. Ground ball played, Garco. And it gets through, 2 for 2.
Puts a good swing on that one. Now let's see if that can't energize this offense a little bit.
And it's Carlos Pena at the plate. He's often walked, top 5 in the league. Runner at first with 1 down. Here's the first one to Pena. The pitch. Splitter just misses. 1-0. Pauses, and now the 1-0. Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And in there, he's 2 for 3 today. And the throw. And he is safe at third ahead of that play. Boy, this is a good opening for this Tampa Bay offense.
You know, Gary, I didn't think he was going to try to go to third base there, but I like the aggressiveness. And now he's in scoring position. He can score in so many additional ways.
Navarro at the plate. 0 for 2 thus far. Runners at first and third, 1 away. Pitch on the way. Smashes that one towards the shortstop. 1. And that's 2. A double play. Quick half inning there. It's over. 5 pitches. Ball game tied here in Cleveland. Looking on, that's Eric Wedge. And no doubt happy with the last inning on the mound. Now that focus is going to be on some good AB. And Cabrera settles in. He's a bat for Eric Wedge and a big part of this lineup. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. This is hit way up there. It'll be in the infield. And the play made by Pena. That's 1 away. Francisco at the plate. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Nobody on base. 1 away. The first pitch. Swing and lined up the middle. And he cannot cut it off. And that'll bring Victor Martinez up to hit. He flew out his last time up. 1 out, man on first. And Martinez ready to start the at-bat. First pitch. Watches a changeup go by for strike 1.
Well, now that he's ahead in the count here, Gary, I think he's going to utilize that changeup to try to get a swing and a miss.
A bouncing ball to shortstop. He snares it. Gets 1 at second. And 2. A double play. Well, how about that? Only needed 4 pitches to set down the guys. Tremendous. We move on to the 7th inning. And for those of you just coming on, it's Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips. Great to have you with us. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. And Gross is batting. 2 for 2 in the game. First pitch on the way. And he offers that to Slurve and misses. 0-1.
Boy, that's a huge swing right there. Swinging for the fences. Just couldn't make contact, though.
On the way. Now Pavano. Few pitches to work with. 0-2.
Well, you might as well just pack it in. If a guy can consistently throw this kind of pitch down and away, it's going to be very effective.
Can't get him to chase the fastball. Low. 1-2.
Well, that's the pitch you want for the ground ball out. That two-seam fastball at the bottom of the strike zone. Just couldn't quite catch the plate. Good eye by the hitter.
Line towards third and foul. Well hit towards the middle. Oh, Peralta lays out, back up. And it's in time from his knees to get the out. 2 fine plays in one right there, the dive and the throw.
That's not an easy throw. When you're on your knees to be able to get that sort of strength on the ball, that's great arm strength. And we're going to see Zobrist here. 0 for 1 thus far.
One out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch. Starts him out with a fastball for a strike. He delivers. Slurve that time misses 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he was well below that one. 1-2.
Well, he got the two-seamer right there. He went down to try to get it, but just swung underneath.
The 1-2 on its way. Swung on, and it's hit. This one towards Sizemore. And Peralta's able to get to that one. That's two gone.
Now, there's nothing worse than getting your pitch and just getting underneath it and popping out to short. Not going to be happy with that.
And Joe Smith is the pitcher. He'll be the reliever for the Indians.
Well, this was an outstanding performance today. I mean, that's good starting pitching right there. He won't be able to finish what he started, but he pitched a heck of a ball game.
And we've got Bartlett batting. Ground out victim last time through. Base is empty and two down. Now the first pitch. This one's grounded to second, and Cabrera picks it up, and he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. And they're held in check here in this half inning. Get up and stretch. Seventh inning, Cleveland. And Johnny Peralta in. Had an RBI single his last time to the plate. Here's the pitch to Peralta. And that's in there for a strike at the letters.
You got the hitter down in a hole. You know he struggles with sliders when he's behind in the count. You got to throw him the slider.
And it's 0-2. Johnny Peralta. He'll be swinging anything close.
Pitching coaches love it when you can throw it down and away consistently. He got it done right there.
At the belt, Price kicks and throws. That's in on the hands for a ball. 1-2.
A pitch like that just locks the hitter up when it's in on the hands.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a chopper. Foul ball. Catches the strike zone. Johnny Peralta out of there on K's.
Now this slider has outstanding late movement. The hitter couldn't even pull the trigger on it.
And in the batter's box, Shopik struck out swinging last time. One out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch. Swings, hits this one in the air down the right field line. One bounce onto the wall. He's trying for second. And he's in there. Could not get him. What this shows you is that as a team, Steve, wow, are they hitting.
You get a good look at the spray chart here. Not tough to win ball games when you're hitting the ball like this.
It's going to be Garco now, and he is batting here late in the game in a crucial spot.
Well, you've got a base runner. You don't know if you're going to get another opportunity. The game may be on the line right here.
This is the chance at a game-winning RBI. Swings on that first pitch, misses the fastball, 0-1.
Well, he puts everything he has into that swing, hoping that if he does make contact, it could go a long way. Unfortunately, no contact.
Hit on the ground over to shortstop. Zobrist. 2 away.
If you're even thinking about it, do not change your channel. Not for this matchup.
Got to get the bat on this one now. You're in a tie ball game. You get opportunities with runners on. Got to connect.
Gary, they're looking for that key 2-out RBI, but he's got to have patience, wait for a good pitch, and when he gets it, he's got to deliver.
Oh, he fouls that one. No, oh, Steve, watch out. Right back into the booth. At the belt, Price kicks and throws. He watches the 1-1 pitch, takes a fastball, strike 2.
Now 2 strikes on the hitter. They're a strike away from getting out of this jam with the game still tied.
Swing and a line drive. And Bartlett grabs that one, then the side's retired. So they pick up a hit but leave a man at second and fail to score. Ball game tied here in Cleveland. And it's Kyle Crawford at the plate. He'll lead it off here, inning number 8. Here's Crawford's first look. That misses inside, 1-0.
Well, maybe a little bit of a purpose pitch right here. That four-seamer up and in, trying to keep the hitter from diving out over the plate.
Swung on, lined over the first baseman's head. 1 away now. And here's B.J. Upton. We'll try it again here. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Bases empty with 1 away. Here's the pitch to Upton. Swung on, liner to right. And that is in there, the go-ahead run on base.
But Gary, speed now at first base. They're going to have to keep a close eye on him because he may have the green light.
Now Pat Burrell. 1 down, runner at first. Here's Burrell, first look. Pitch out, nothing doing though. He deals. Hit hard on the ground to short. That's 1. And they turn the double play. Only 5 pitches to get out of that inning out of Western. And here are the Indians. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Wheeler onto the mound as the Rays decide to bring in a reliever.
I'll tell you what, this is one of those decisions you can go either way. He's pitched.
Swung on and a grounded to first. And that's out number 1, stepping in the bag. Grady Sizemore at the plate. He's hitless thus far. Base is empty, 1 out. And he starts Sizemore out. There's a strike from Wheeler, now 0-1.
Gary, slider is such an effective pitch, and it's this guy's put-away pitch. When he needs the big out, that's where he's going to go.
No ball.
Kicks and throws. Strike 2. Sizemore is going to be much more careful with that cut here.
Gary, you know, we talk about his slider. What makes it so effective is that break, that depth in.
A liner headed for the hole. He catches that, and that's out number 2.
Now this shortstop makes it look easy, but there's nothing easy about that. Those hard line drives often are like knuckleballs coming at him, but he made the play.
And Cabrera settles in. He popped out his last time. Base is empty with 2 outs. And the first pitch. There's a strike from Wheeler, now 0-1. The pitch. Ugly pitch. Catcher able to somehow scoop that out. Ground ball towards second. Picked up by Bartlett. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. 7 pitches and it's done. That's how you save your arm and go deep into a game. The 9th inning is coming up. Here's a shot of skipper Joe Madden. And at this point, every move is critical. He hasn't got any margin for error.
Evan Longoria is showing himself to be a big game hitter already in his young career, and this is a big situation.
One of the league's best players. This is right where you want him. Last inning, he has a chance to be the go-ahead.
Gary, a bit of a stare down between these two right here, trying to get into each other's head a little bit. They know a home run changes the game.
Here it comes. Goes foul. Swung on, line softly towards right center. And Cabrera gloves that one. And it's Carlos Pena now. 2 for 3 thus far. Base is empty with 1 away. First pitch on the way to Pena. Changeup just misses. 1-0.
A changeup down in the zone is one of the most effective pitches if used in the right sequence. Nice pitch, the hitter just lays off.
That one's hit to the right, way down there, but that's going to be a long foul ball.
Gary, you know, it's not just the players that make the great plays. How about the catch by the fan right there?
This is a Rex Barney. Give him a contract play.
Well, that's why you bring your glove to the ballpark.
And he watches that one sail high. Ball 2.
Listen, he's not one to get too fancy. 2-1 count. He's going to come with a fastball. I'm betting on it.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Great diving stop. Cabrera from his knees got him. What a throw. Only way he's going to make this play once he stopped it was to make that throw the way he did.
Well, even after the diving stop, I didn't know if they were going to have enough time to get him at first, but he didn't get to his feet. Throwing from his knees was the key.
Navarro at the plate. 0 for 3 to this point. 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to him. Scratch him out with a changeup for a strike.
When you can mix speeds and hit your spots, this is what you get. Nice pitch.
Joe Smith quickly 0-2.
Well, he's in trouble right here, Gary, and he knows it. He knows he gets a little overly aggressive on the 0-2 pitch. Let's see how good a pitch they give him.
Tries to get him to golf at that one, but he lays off, and 1-2 count. Swings, lines this one back up the middle. Streak continues. That gets in.
Well, that pitch down and away is the toughest in the game to hit. A perfect pitch from the pitcher. Great piece of hitting.
And keep that in mind next time around. We'll see whether or not he changes up and how he throws to this guy. Kapler is going to come in and run here.
Well, they needed a little extra speed out there to cover the bases, potentially steal a base. Let's see if this added speed pays off.
2 outs and a man on first. And the first pitch. Good movement on that pitch. He swings over the top of it. Strike 1.
It's important to get that first strike. Now the pitcher in the catbird seat.
That one's drilled to short. And that gets down. Gross with a single.
Well, he's doing his part, no question about it. A big 2-out hit, his 3rd hit of the game. He's having some kind of ball game. Good hitters just thrive in situations like this.
2 down. Runners at first and second. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, and a ball below the knees. 0-1.
Working ahead in the count in key situations is critical for a pitcher. That first pitch strike could go a long way to getting this guy out.
And he delivers. Swings over the top, and it's now 0-2.
Well, he's going to have to get started a little bit earlier because this fastball is a little too much for him. He's way behind, swinging right over the top of it.
Swing and a bouncer up the middle. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. No runs and a couple of hits and 2 left on. Ball game tied here in Cleveland. A defensive change here.
You know, they're losing a little bit in the defensive department with this change. It may be geared more toward offense. It's just odd to make this move right now.
Francisco at the plate. He's going to be the first at bat, home half of the ninth. First pitch on the way. Lined right at the second baseman. He dives. Oh, what a play! And it's Victor Martinez in the box now. He hit into a double play as last time. 1 out, nobody on. At the belt, Wheeler kicks and throws. And Victor Martinez looks at that one, and it is an even count.
Good fastball right there. Let's see what he's going to come back with now.
Hut shot towards the hole. Oh, terrific dive by Bartlett. And it's in time from his knees to get the out. This is an acrobatic play worth another look to get that out.
Well, look how quickly he gets to his knees. That's body control. Terrific effort.
And it's Johnny Peralta in the box now. Drove in a run earlier in the game. 2 outs, bases empty. Here's the pitch to Peralta.
0-1.
Good pitch from Wheeler, swung on and missed.
That's power against power right there. Your best against my best. This time the pitcher wins.
And it's 0-2. Johnny Peralta, he'll be swinging anything close. Smash towards the hole, and Bartlett grabs that one. Then the side's retired. Not a lot of action in this half inning. Nothing on. Top of the 10th coming your way on 2K Sports. Yeah, we're catching a shot of Eric Wedge there. He's counting on getting to the next inning. Pitching choice is critical here. He'll be leading off inning number 10 for us now. First pitch. Takes that one low and outside. 0-1.
Look, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
Lined foul towards third. He delivers. Good slider that time. Ruled the ball. 1-2.
Trying to throw it in on the hitter's hands right here. Trying to get him to flinch and open up. He just laid off the pitch. Didn't get the strike.
He swings, hits a ball to right field. The catch, and he puts it away. Out number 1.
He swung hard like he wanted to drive this one, but got underneath it. Winds up just popping it up to second. Well, Gary, a scary guy to have at the plate here. Carl Crawford has that exciting speed. Let's see if it comes into play.
Top half of the inning here in extras, and here's a guy who could put this ball game away.
Well, Gary, this one's big. Whenever a pitcher faces off with one of the most dangerous hitters in the game, the stakes are raised. Let's see how they handle it. On
the way. And DeRosa picks it up and retires Crawford. And B.J. Upton to bat. Had a couple of hits, 4 trips to the plate. 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the pitch to Upton. Fastball in there, 0-1.
He looked like he was looking for a pitch out over the plate. That fastball down and in locked him up a little bit.
Popped way up on the infield. This one towards Smith. And that one's put away to retire the side. Good defensive half inning there. No hits allowed. Halfway through 10 here, and it's on to the home half. And if you're just joining in, hi everybody, this is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips, Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. And in the batter's box, Shopik. He doubled at his last appearance. At the belt, Wheeler kicks and throws. Pitch on the way. That one is going to miss. Low for a ball, 1-1.
If you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
1-1 delivery. A fastball taken for a strike. 1-2. One-two pitch coming. Cutter almost rung him up, but it's 2-2. It's fouled off. Ground ball up the middle. Zobrist to Pena. One away. It's going to be Garco now. Grounded out last time. Nobody on base, one away. And here's the first one. There's a strike from Wheeler, now 0-1.
This is where you want to go with the breaking ball, to the outside corner. Paint the black, get the call. The hitter gave up on it. He got the pitch he wanted.
Hit sharply towards the hole. And Garco retired. Chu into the batter's box. Lined out in his last at bat. Base is empty with 2 outs. At the belt, Wheeler kicks and throws. Liner towards the hole, and Bartlett grabs that one. Then the side's retired, and nothing across here in this half of the inning. Ball game tied here in Cleveland. And we're going to see Burrell here. We're trying to get something started, leading off the 11th. And the first pitch, that swung on and flied to right. And he's on. That's the go-ahead run.
You know, with base runners on, you get a man at first base. Now you're looking not just for the single, but it'd be nice to get that extra base hit to try to score him from first.
And Kerry Wood is the pitcher as they make the pitching swap.
Well, in the late innings, now it's time for the managers to match wits to see who can best utilize his bench and his bullpen to win this game.
Evan Longoria at the plate. Well, he digs in here, Steve. A golden opportunity to be the hero.
And with nobody out, they need to find a way to advance the runner into scoring position.
Cuts on that off-speed pitch, but can't connect. 0-1. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. One away. Batting now, Carlos Pena. He's batting now late in this game. Only one out.
And the defense looking for the double play ball. The hitter trying to hit one in the gap.
Trying to move that runner around from first. He waved at that breaker and misses, and an 0-1 count.
Look, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
Wood gets set and delivers. Good patience as Carlos Pena lets it go by. That'll even it up. Swing and a miss on that curve. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got to slow down up there, big guy. You've got to let that curveball come to you. He was way out in front.
Swung on, and it's hit. This one towards Sizemore. That's the second out of the inning. It's Riggins at the plate. He stands in now with 2 down. Possible go ahead at first.
Well, look for them to be very aggressive on the bases here. Possibly an attempted steal.
Swung on and ripped towards second. Great diving stop. Cabrera. From his knees, he got him. What a play. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand it. Moving through inning 11, we go now to the start of the bottom half. And DeRosa settles in. This is a big at bat as he will be leading off the bottom half of the 11th. And here's the first one. That's at the knees for a called strike. Here's the 0-1 from Wheeler. And Gross makes the play.
He's retired 10 in a row. The hitters are completely overmatched right now. He's got it all going on. This is a big moment here for Grady Sizemore. He's not going to go down without a fight. You know that.
Bottom half extra inning. Potential go-ahead run standing. There's a swing, and that one's hit on the ground. Zobrist in time for the out.
Look, Gary, he just continues to mow this lineup down. We're talking about 11 hitters in a row retired.
And Cabrera settles in. He's had 1 hit 4 times up. Base is empty and 2 down. Here's the first pitch. Good pitch from Wheeler. Swung on and missed.
Well, he had one thing in mind. He was going to clear his hands and try to rip at the cutter there, swinging for the fences, but couldn't get it done.
Here's the pitch. That one's foul. And that's high. 1-2.
Well, he's over the 30 pitch mark now, and I don't think setup guys thrive when they have to throw this many pitches.
The 1-2 on its way. And Bartlett grabs that one. Then the side's retired. Well, that was a quick inning right there. 7 pitches. 2 extra innings. Can't decide it. On to the 12th inning. Bottom 3 due up next. And if you're just tuning in, great to have you with us. Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. And Gross is batting. 3 for 4 thus far. Now the first pitch. And that's in there. Wood ahead 0-1. Called strike outside corner. Quickly in the hole now. 0-2.
Well, this is great pitching right here. You throw that breaking ball around the outside corner, hitting your spot. Not much you can do with that as a hitter.
Good cutter. Swung on and missed for the first out.
That's a tough pitch to handle, but you've got to try to make contact anyways.
That pitch was so close he couldn't let it go by, but it's almost impossible to hit.
I mean, it would have been a strike no matter what, but you've got to try to find a way to put the bat on the ball.
And we're going to see Zobrist here. Hasn't gotten a hit yet today. We'll see what he can do here. 1 out, bases empty. First pitch on the way.
No ball.
And that's in there. Wood ahead 0-1. The pitch. He swings. Hits a ball to right field. And that is in there. The go-ahead run on base.
Gary, this ball is down out of the strike zone, but he was able to go down and get it and make just enough contact to pick himself a knock.
And we've got Bartlett batting. He's batting now late in this game. Only 1 out.
And the defense looking for the double play ball. The hitter trying to hit one in the gap.
Trying to move that runner around from first. And that's in there. Wood ahead 0-1. He delivers. Takes that breaking ball. That's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
Outstanding rotation on that pitch. Look at the mechanics for this pitcher. It comes out of his hand and just falls off the table.
Swing and a miss on the fastball. Second out in the inning. Pretty good sequence of pitches, Steve, to set him down.
Now, Garrett, take a look at the pitch selection for the right-hand hitters here in the pitch tracker. He's mixing it up somewhat, moving the ball around and getting them out.
So Carl Crawford is batting. He stands in now with 2 down. Possible go ahead at first.
Well, look for them to be very aggressive on the bases here. Possibly an attempted steal.
Here's Crawford's first look. Checks his swing that time, but it's still a strike. 0-1. Catcher can't control it. Now here's a grounder towards the hole. Throws on to first. Side is retired. They pick up no runs on 1 hit and leave a man at second. Ball game tied here in Cleveland. We've got Troy Percival. They've decided it was time to make a change here.
Well, managers face so many different decisions during the course of a game. And as the game goes on and it's close, those decisions become much more critical to success or failure.
Francisco at the plate. Will lead it off here in the bottom half. Percival sets and throws. First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
Well, good life on this fastball as he just buries it down and away.
The pitch gets the fastball by him that time, and he's in control now. 0-2.
Well, he's not picking up the ball well. He had a big rip at it, but he swung just over the top of the ball.
Drilled towards third, and Longoria picks it up, and that'll set down Francisco. And we're going to see Martinez here. Grounded out his last time up. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch. Fouled off. And Victor Martinez looks at that one, and it is an even count.
Got the hitter out in front, but he had the discipline to lay off the changeup out of the zone.
Here's a strike, bottom half of the zone, 1-2 now.
Now that he's ahead in the count here, Gary, I'm looking for him to go to the curveball and try to punch him out.
The 1-2 from Percival. Still 1-2. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. Crawford's there. Able to glide over. Not much of a problem on that one.
Well, this ball was headed to the gap, but the left fielder got a good jump on it, able to run it down and make the play.
And Johnny Peralta in. Drove in a run earlier in the game. Base is empty with 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Peralta. And Percival's pitch looked at for a strike. It's 0-1.
Some guys really like the low fastball. In this situation, though, he ends up taking the pitch.
Swung on and, oh, that'll move you on the mound. He just barely got out of the way.
You can't give up an inning. You've got 2 outs, but you do anything you can to get on base. Now that he's on, let's see if they can get that go-ahead run around.
And in the batter's box, Shopik. He's really looking to keep this going. There are, however, 2 down.
Well, a gapper could be a game-winning base hit here, so look for the outfield to play nothing over their head.
And that runner at first will be flying on contact. It's chopped foul to the left side. Percival sets and throws. Waves at that fastball in the hole now, 0-2.
Oh, he doesn't like to mess around. You get 0-2 on him, he's coming at you with the fastball.
Fastball called. Strike 3, and the side is retired. No runs at a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. We're through 12 full now and on to the 13th inning. And it's B.J. Upton now. He'll be leading it off here in the top half of the inning. Here's the pitch to Upton. Fastball in there for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Wood. And that's a strike. Upton now will take the defensive don't K me stance.
I don't think he liked that call very much, but the reality is he couldn't hit that any day of the week. That's a great pitch.
And he strikes out B.J. Upton, swing and a miss.
And here's the replay of that quick at bat.
He clearly had made a decision he wasn't going to waste any pitches.
Now he got him out in a hurry.
And it's Pat Burrell at the plate. 2 hits, 5 trips to the plate for it. 1 out, nobody on. Here's Burrell, first look. Swung and a ground ball to third. And it goes foul. And that's now 0-2. Kerry Wood, he may just fire one by him.
Well, that cut fastball away. It looks like it's coming down the heart of the plate. Runs to the outside corner. It tends to turn into a pop-up.
Here's a swing and a ground ball. That one goes foul. Wood gets set and delivers. Strike three, Pat Burrell, and a swing and a miss is gone.
Oh, Gary, that's an outstanding slider. That great late action with 2 strikes. Not much you can do with that one. Tough one to hit. Evan Longoria is showing himself to be a big game hitter already in his young career, and this is a big situation.
Top half of this extra inning with a batter who could be the go-ahead and maybe the winning run.
Now this is going to be an all-out war right here, Gary. Both guys going to bring their best stuff.
Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
That's a solid pitch going up in the zone with that 4-seam fastball. You establish different parts of the zone and you change the hitter eye level. In this situation, he took the pitch.
And it's 0-2. Longoria is going to be swinging now if there's anything close. Swing and a liner to right center. And he's on. That's the go-ahead run. Uh-oh, that's an error.
Well, 0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it.
And here's Carlos Pena. He stands in now with 2 down. Possible go-ahead at first.
Well, look for them to be very aggressive on the bases here. Possibly an attempted steal.
It's now 0-1. Watch that fastball go by.
Look, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
He deals. Strike 2. Pena. He'll look for anything close.
He's clearly thinking, I'm going to take that 2-seam fastball and show you where it should go. Swinging for the fences, but not able to make contact.
Struck him out, so they'll go to work, see if they can't win it in the bottom half. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand him. Ball game tied here in Cleveland. For those of you just coming on board, along with Steve Phillips, I'm Gary Thorne. This is MLB on 2K Sports. It's going to be Garco now. 0 for 4 in this one. And the first pitch. Ground ball towards the second baseman. 1 down. Chu into the batter's box. Lined out last time up. Nobody on base, 1 away. Percival sets and throws. He swings on that 0-0 delivery, misses the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, he puts everything he has into that swing, hoping that if he does make contact, it could go a long way. Unfortunately, no contact.
Looks at that curveball. It's a strike. He's behind 0-2.
Well, that pitch down and in can be handled, but with that kind of movement on that 12-6 curveball, makes it much more difficult to put in play.
Swung on, grounded towards the hole. And Bartlett picks it up. So Chu is retired. Almost got that base runner on. Take a look at the replay.
Well, this guy always gets down the line in a hurry. They've got to come up firing, and they get him just in time.
Good speed, better defense. And DeRosa settles in. Last time up, flew out. 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch, here it comes. And Percival's pitch looked at for a strike. It's 0-1.
The location and velocity are critical when throwing the fastball. He runs his good fastball up and away right here, and it's a take pitch.
Take something off that time. In control with the count now, 0-2.
Well, with a couple strikes on him, Gary, I'm going to go right at him with a slider now. He struggles with that pitch.
And he looks at a fastball that's in there. Side retired. And a good defensive half inning. 3 up, 3 down. So we are not done yet. Another inning coming along. It's Riggins at the plate. Grounded out last time. Wood gets set and delivers. And he lays off one low, 1-0.
Well, you hate to see your closer have to labor longer than this. He's up over 30 pitches now. That's an awful lot for a closer.
Here's the 1-0. This one's grounded hard up the middle. That looks like a single.
A nice approach at the plate right there. Gets on base. Still nobody out. Let's see if they can't move him along now.
And Gross is batting. Well, he digs in here, Steve. A golden opportunity to be the hero.
And with nobody out, they need to find a way to advance the runner into scoring position.
First pitch on the way. Shows bunt that time. Pulls back, though, and it's ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. He bunts the ball. Shopik gets one. Decides not to try for the double play. Hangs on to it.
That's a good snap decision right there. Making the play on the bunt and getting the lead runner out at second base. Nice job.
And it'll be Rafael Betancourt doing the pitching as they make the pitching swap.
Well, going to the bullpen right here. That's his chess move. Let's see if it's checkmate.
And we're going to see Zobrist here. He's batting now late in this game. Only 1 out.
And the defense looking for the double play ball. The hitter trying to hit one in the gap.
Trying to move that runner around from first. 0-1. First pitch you saw fouled off. On the ground to second. He picks it up. And there's one. On to first. Safe. Can't get the back end of that one.
Well, they get the lead runner at second base, but I think they would have liked to have gotten 2 right there.
And we've got Bartlett batting. He stands in now with 2 down. Possible go ahead at first.
Well, look for them to be very aggressive on the bases here. Possibly an attempted steal.
Cut fastball swung on and missed. 0-1.
You always want to get that first strike in there as a pitcher because now you can execute your plan to put the guy away.
Betancourt sets and throws. A swing and a fly ball to left center field. And there's Peralta. He pulls it in. 3rd out. No runs and a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. And this is extra inning baseball on 2K Sports as we move to the bottom half of the inning. And if you're just coming on board, this is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips. We've got Major League Baseball on 2K Sports.
This is a big moment here for Grady Sizemore. He's not going to go down without a fight. You know that.
Bottom half, extra inning, game on the line. Let's see what we get for a swing here.
Boy, you played this long. It'd be tough for either side to lose. Let's see how it plays out.
Lined hard down the left field line. And he's on the potential winning run. Get ready. The throw. Not in time with that throw. He's on at second. Take the risk, and sometimes it pays off, and it does there.
Well, I tell you what, it's a risk. There's no question about it. He got in safely, but I have to consider whether it's a risk worth taking.
And Cabrera settles in. And he is batting here late in the game in a crucial spot.
Well, you've got a base runner. You don't know if you're going to get another opportunity. The game may be on the line right here.
This is the chance at a game-winning RBI. And Percival's pitch looked at for a strike. It's 0-1. He delivers. There's a swing and a line drive. Base hit, maybe two, may bring Sizemore home. There's the throw. Not in time, in there at third.
Well, that pitch above the strike zone, Gary, but he was able still to get a good part of the bat on the ball and get a base hit from it.
Francisco at plate. He has a chance to end this thing right here.
Well, a medium, deep fly ball is all it's going to take right now to end this game.
And the first pitch pulls it back in time. It's 1-0. Percival sets and throws. Swung on, line softly to short. One away. And the runners hold at the corners.
Well, it's a big first out right there, but he finds himself still in a jam, in a tie game. Going to be absolutely critical to be aggressive with the next hitter.
And it'll be Joe Nelson doing the pitching as they make the pitching swap.
Well, in the late innings, now it's time for the managers to match wits to see who can best utilize his bench and his bullpen to win this game.
It is Victor Martinez. He's looking to put an end to it right now.
A base hit or a short fly ball probably puts an end to this.
That would be a game winner. He makes contact, line drive. And it's in there. A run wins this game. And they win it. Game-winning run is across.
Walk-off win for the home.